Hey guys, Dave with Build Alpha. In this video, we're going to show a quick example on how you can create the red to green strategy. It's a popular momentum strategy where you essentially buy as the stock goes from negative to positive on the day. So obviously there's a ton of context, symbol universe filtering that you need to add on your own, but I just want to show the base idea of how you would buy the break from red to green. So I'm going to go in the strategy builder and I'll run this on the NASDAQ 100. So I'm just going to select that as market one. And then you can set that to 5-minute data. And then market two, I'm going to set that also as NASDAQ 100, just because we do need to reference the higher time frame. So what we're going to say is is the 5-minute, is the current price below yesterday's daily data? So to get yesterday's daily data, we have to set up market two. So first thing, you're doing a red to green strategy. You're typically going to want to restrict trading to the US hours only, or maybe the first hour of the day or the last hour of the day, the power hour, as you may capture different effects at different times of the day. Anyways, what I'm going to do is I go to the time signal. You can type it in the top, right? Just time. And then time is greater than value one and less than value two. When I click on that, select it, I just set hour, minute, second. So the start time is 9:30 a.m. U.S. trading hours, and I only want to take an entry in the first hour of the day. So I put 10:30, 10:30:00 as the stop time. The next thing I want to do is go to additional settings, and we're going to change the entry order to stop limit, and I'm going to add one, and we're going to do red to green entry. It's a stop. We're entering on a stop as price breaks basically yesterday's closing price. So to do that, to get yesterday's daily closing price, I just need the market to closing price, right? And then if you want to add any buffer, like you want to buy not only when it goes red to green, but it's got to go red to green by 5 cents or something like that. You just put in 5 cents, make it fixed, and then it would be yesterday's closing price plus 5 cents. If you wanted to do yesterday's closing price plus half an ATR or 0.5% or whatever it is, you would just set that with the entry adjustment value. Again, I'm not going to do anything. We're just going to buy right as it goes from red to green. So I just save. And the other thing, I'm going to just quickly, as we're here, I'm just going to force an end of day exit at 4 o'clock, the end of the session. And then I'm going to do one trade per day. And the final thing we really need is we need to enter as it goes from red to green. So we obviously have the entry order, but if you're already green on the day, that stop entry is going to just trigger right away. So I need a condition that says that we're currently red before we go red to green. So to do that, I'm going to go into the File, Custom Indicators Editor. I'm going to add one, make it a comparative type, and we'll do stock is red. What I want to do there is I just want the closing price, the current price of market one, right, our 5-minute data, let's say, is less than or equal to the market two, that's our daily data's closing price, right? Again, Build Alpha always uses VIX in the generated code as market two, so the BA market two will appear as data 3 in the code preview, but you don't have to worry about that. Again, it's all explained in the user guide. Anyways, so now that I have this one created and saved, I go back to the strategy builder, go to the custom type, and then I just select this. So now we have 3 things, right? We have our time window, the stock is red, and our entry order. And then obviously the exit condition we already set. So then I'm just going to go ahead and run this. And you can see we get our results here. Just sort it. Let's go to AMD. So let me zoom in on, let's see. Looks like a good one. How about these? This one looks all right. So you can see here, yesterday's close is 4 o'clock. So the close is roughly, 2:48. And then as the volume, the new day, we're down overnight, market opens, and as it goes green, we buy that break. You get a little bit of follow through. It's not as clean, right? But it's more so to show the example. I think the next steps for a trader would be, okay, maybe you don't want this low to be so far from the closing price, because by the time it got here, a lot of the momentum was traded away. We also didn't filter it all. There's no daily reason why we want to enter on this day, but just some other ideas, right? If you wanted to do the close divided by market two's close, has to be less than X%. That's something you can add and test and optimize around. And then two, if you want to add a stop that you exit at the low of the day, or X% below the closing price. So once you enter, you're not holding for a drip, just draining your account that way. So a lot of things for you to build upon. But again, this video is just to show you how you can set up and test the basics of the red to green move. For other penny stock trading ideas, check out the blog post I did. And as always, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.